giggity, giggity, giggity. All right.
We talking about practice. Not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Practice, man.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
I'm a cop, and you will respect my authority.
I am the smartest man alive!
All right, fans, welcome to Never Press Pause. This is episode 15. I'm Bill Yarnell, gamertag Yarnasty590. To my right, we have
Jeremy Grant, gamertag KYGuy78.
And in studio, we have our special guest filling in for Mr. Lyle Bailey, who is actually here on Skype, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But to my left, we have
I'm Mark Sullivan, gamertag XXX Sully.
XXX Sully. And on Skype, who do we have?
LBX from the magic of the internet.
Through the magic of the internet. Now let's talk about the magic of the internet and what Chad Hembry in Hembry Studios has done tonight. We are using more internet in this room right now than Egypt could pray for in the next 2 weeks. Bad joke? Bad joke. Okay, sorry, bad joke.
That's too soon.
Too soon. So we've got enough internet running through these three computers and everywhere else in this building that we may shut down Kentucky's internet for tonight. But let's go ahead and get started. Episode 15. We're excited to be back in studio after our live show. Wrapped up season 1. And I'm ready to get started with episode 15 and season 2. So, guys, let's get right into it. What have we been playing? What have we been playing? I know what I've been playing.
Yeah, no.
I know what I've been playing. Everybody's been playing.
Yeah.
So, and that would be Call of Duty Black Ops. And we will get later on in the show, we will get into the map packs and talk about that, stuff like that. So, hit us up with any questions, comments, concerns. We are on Never Press Pause. We've got our links on Facebook. We're up on Facebook. Hit us up on any of our sites to find out some questions. Hit us up on Ustream with questions, and we will try to answer them immediately when it comes to those to the new stuff. So, but all right. So we've been playing Call of Duty Black Ops. Mark, I know you've been playing some other games. Go ahead and tell us about some of the games you've been playing.
Believe it or not, there's a game out there that has actually it's a demo right now. It's left me wanting a little bit more of it, and it's called Bulletstorm. It's going to be released on February 22nd. It's a not-so-serious shooter. You know, it's a little far-fetched. It's all about the kill with skill, so to speak.
I honestly, when I played this demo, I felt like I was playing Street Ballers. It felt like I was like trying to get my style points up so I could do like a super dunk from like half court or something. So
the whole point is it's to be creative with the way you kill the enemies. Needless to say, they're not very intelligent. They kind of run out in front of you and let you do what you will with them. But you know, I'm looking forward to that. They're kind of poking fun at Call of Duty a little bit, throwing out some lines. You know, they've got a ad that says "Duty Vision," so you know they're kind of poking a little bit of fun, trying to get the lighter side of some gaming. But
yeah, I hadn't seen that in one of the reviews that they were poking fun at Call of Duty the whole time throughout the game. I got a chance to play the demo as well. Had a couple whips, pulling them towards me, shooting them in the head. My hardest part was getting headshots because I'd always forget to pull up my sight to shoot them. So, but you know, other than that, I mean, it was Gears of War on crack, I guess is what I would say. Gears of War almost is what it reminded me of.
The people
Did you get a chance to download it, G-Baby? Sorry, Mark.
The people that make Gears of War are making this too, along with People Can Fly. So it's
then that makes total sense.
It's a Polish studio. They're the ones that bring a little bit of humor into it. But I'm looking forward to it. The demo definitely left me wanting more, and if anybody hasn't downloaded it, I recommend it.
Hey, did you all try the that it was like a grenade gun with like 2 bombs and a string in the middle that would wrap around the guys?
Like a bolo?
Like a bolo. I got the pistol, but it was like just a pistol is the only thing I upgraded on.
So you could shoot that thing out, and it would wrap around one guy or maybe 2 guys, and it would they would crowd around. You could hit a button to blow them up. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you can shoot it out and then wrap it around their neck, their legs, or whatever, and kick them towards a group of enemies and then blow them up that way. And you get more skill
I think
points.
the name of the multiplier on that was gangbang.
Yeah, just
Wow, here we go.
well, this is a family-friendly show.
Family-friendly show
not.
out the window tonight. I did like the one where I whipped them out of the map or down the hole in the map, and it called it Vertigo. I thought that was neat, but you're going with gangbang. It's whatever. It's your choice.
Yeah. I just want to point out something real quick, that every time Bailey says something, we all turn and look at the computer as though he's sitting there.
And how we wish you were sitting here, Bailey. How we wish you were. But, Mark is lucky enough when we get Mark to come in. We wanted him to come in as a special guest for a while now. Some of the stuff we're going to be talking about tonight, right up his alley, what he loves to do. And, we finally converted him to Xbox 360. He's now playing Call of Duty with us every night. It's great to have him on the team. It's great to have him in the podcast. So thanks for being here, Mark, really.
Appreciate it, fellas.
Not a problem. I want to really quick give a shout out. Old Ben Hall, our old buddy Ben Hall. And we have just now been giving a face to you, Bailey. Just commented, nice Egypt joke. So, Ben, I know you're out there watching. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Pretty good resemblance of you there, too, on that right there.
So now we are putting up Post-it notes, and Bailey has a face on Skype. Bailey, you look handsome as ever. So, GG, baby, you been playing anything different besides Call of Duty Black Ops?
Mass Effect. I had Mass Effect for a while, started this summer, and was like, you know what, I'm going to bite the bullet. I hear a baby crying.
I told you, Bailey.
Say what?
I finally bit the bullet.
That's awesome, man. Don't worry about it.
And finished off Mass Effect, and I'm going to say that game's really good. The first one, I would say, there was a lot of the side missions that were a grind. They just drop you on a planet, you're driving around, you go to a building, you clear out some guys. That's it. I thought that was kind of boring.
Yeah, those aren't fun.
Yeah. I heard now real quick, I'm sorry, jumping ahead to Mass Effect 2, because I know you started playing that as well after you beat Mass Effect 1. I have heard that Mass Effect 2 has some downloadable content, and it absolutely is just like Mass Effect 1, where you basically go in, clear out a room, you're done with that mission, see you later, thanks for playing. So I don't know, has anybody downloaded it?
The main game has none of that. The Mass Effect 2 has none of that, so...
Don't try to build this game up, Bailey. You know I'm never going to play it.
I will say, I really liked how detailed the leveling up and stuff was on the first Mass Effect. I don't like Mass Effect 2 where it's so simplified. I like that I could, use the individual guns and use the individual things on the first one. And the second one, it's basically you have a skill set that you can level up. But I'm liking the story of Mass Effect 2 so far. I'm not that deep into it. I just found the professor and recruited him.
Did you find a wife yet?
Oh, I did in the first one. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I went with Liara. This BioWare does a really good job with their games of making you feel like the decisions you're making are really having an impact on the universe in the game. And I know with the first Mass Effect, there were times when I knew, there's a part where you have to send somebody off to go help somebody, and basically there's a chance they're not coming back. And I was just sitting there toggling the stick back and forth, really trying to think of which one, I wanted to keep in the game.
All right, so Mass Effect 2, I know we had talked about that in an earlier podcast, but I knew you would...
Brand new game, right?
Yeah, I think it just came out last summer.
For people with a PS3, it is new because it just came out this week.
I tell you what, those PS3 fanboys is what we're going to call PS3 owners. They get nothing. We got the new map packs out for Call of Duty. They don't get it for another month. You've got a Blu-ray DVD player and you're getting games year late, month late for map packs. So just jump on board with the Xbox and have a lot more fun. I know you've just converted over, Mark. And like I said, glad to have you. What do you think? I mean, just throw it out there. Comparison Xbox 360 to PS3 real quick.
The multiplayer on the Xbox leaps and bounds above the PlayStation. As far as gaming, just, without getting online, I still like my PlayStation for certain games. But I'm Xbox converted all the way. So I've enjoyed getting online with you guys and becoming a noob, so to speak, on the Call of Duty world and getting better. Practice makes perfect.
There you go. You are definitely getting better from where you started. And, I mean, we are the same way. when we started out, Bailey was still running around maps, destroying everybody. You know, you just get better over time. Your eyes get used to seeing little things here and there. Like I told you, your eyes get used to seeing little things here and there on the map that's not supposed to be there. You shoot at it, you get a kill. You know, hey, hurrah, let's go capture some flags.
I was talking to somebody today about kind of when we first got an Xbox and we were playing Call of Duty 4. And we were just happy to run into the room and see somebody and shoot them. And if we got a kill, great. If we didn't. And I've noticed, you know, just in the Call of Duty games, we've gotten better. I mean, we're still not great. At least I'm not. I mean, I'm decent. But you improve. You pick up on little things. You start playing differently. You know, it really is a learning process to play these games like that.
You're right. It's a learning curve. Jumping ahead, because we just talked about... sorry, guys. Bailey just got disconnected from Skype, so we'll try to get him right back online. Jumping ahead from Crysis, or from where we were, we'll just jump into Crysis. It's a first-person shooter. Big game. Crysis 2, I believe it's called, but came from the computer, and I heard the graphics on the computer were just outrageous. You had to have like a supercomputer back in the day just to run this, or even run it today. But played a little bit of the first-person shooter. First map I get out there on, and I go something like 17-4 or something. Like, did really well. Called in what would be a spy plane for Call of Duty. Not too bad. It was on a rooftop. Like, you have these superpowers on your guy that's armored up, so it's kind of like Halo meets Call of Duty, and you're jumping around, jumping up, grabbing ledges, pulling yourself up, which is pretty cool.
That's going to come through on the recording, sorry.
It's okay. Trying to get a hold of Bailey, but did you get to play Crysis yet?
Yeah, I downloaded the demo. It was really laggy. I guess it's just because it's the demo, and I really didn't like it. I thought they were trying to take too much off of Call of Duty and rip them off a little bit. I haven't really played much of Halo. But as far as the Crysis goes, I had to empty an entire clip into somebody just to, you know, down them on the stage. So I wasn't a big fan of it.
It's almost like playing regular Call of Duty.
I thought it was okay. It wasn't. I mean, I could see playing it, but I mean, it wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be. Speaking of demos, I did download the Dead Space 2 demo, and looking forward to playing that. That game, what little bit is on the demo, is awesome.
And we'll talk about that in new releases.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dead Space I'm really excited about. And apparently if you have your save file from Dead Space 1, you start out with the plasma cutter right off the bat. So that is pretty exciting for me. I really enjoyed some Dead Space. So that'll pretty much wrap up what we've been playing. You know, of course, we've been playing Call of Duty Black Ops. That's needless to say. It's the best game out there right now. I mean, and everybody plays it. So I'm going to keep playing that. The new maps just came out, and like I said, we'll get in that in a little bit. Let's go ahead and go into what we've been watching. You been watching anything good, or?
Been playing a lot of Xbox.
Been playing a lot of Xbox. That's about where I'm at. You've been.
I had time to fit in some Spartacus off of Stars the first season, and I was pleasantly surprised with how it was, the art style and everything else, the way they went with it. It's kind of 300-ish. If you've ever seen that movie. So I enjoyed the first season. Hopefully they come out with the second one. I think they're recording it now, as a matter of fact.
Well, and actually the guy who plays Spartacus, I believe, was diagnosed with cancer or whatever, so they've brought in a new guy to take over the role.
And I believe he's going to play his role. I don't think they're going to change it up.
Yeah, no, he's just going to play him. I watched Despicable Me.
I've got that. I just got that on Netflix. Yeah. Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. Let's go ahead and mention Netflix. We all three are users. We love it. Absolutely love it. I think it's actually on our website now that you can you look at Netflix from our website now?
Yeah, if not now, very
soon. So if you want, go to neverpresspause.com, check out our Netflix little link, click on there, get yourself a little free trial. I love it. I've been using it since like 2005. I can't get enough. We always plug it anyways. But it is absolutely an amazing site.
Yeah, I know that we had put something up on the blog over at our website the other day about one of the main guys at Netflix basically said they're planning on phasing out DVDs over the next 4 or 5 years and going more to their streaming component. Which, if you have an Xbox or a PS3 and a Netflix account, I mean,
Or
you're
even a
set.
Wii account, right?
You can do it on,
Yeah,
you can do it on your
now,
iPhone.
Wii,
You can do it on your
iPhone,
smartphones,
iPhone, computers. I mean, it's on every.
We're going all digital. Netflix,
Yeah.
streaming that stuff. You walk around with a Kindle or a Nook and get books. I mean, it's just
Pretty soon, I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm just going to be on a computer or smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I honestly watching nothing. Between volleyball and everything else, I come back, play a little Xbox when I have time, and other than that, I've been working out like a madman. P90X is what I've been watching, and that big dork that's been on there telling me what to do and how many times to do it. But
don't call Liz at work.
Oh, not Liz, not the one that does it with me. The guy, Tony, he's such a nerd. He wears me out. But with that being said, Tony, we're getting ready to get into some new releases. Getting excited about that. We got some good games, some good movies coming out, and we will be back after our first break. This is Never Press Pause, episode 15. Guys, we are back with Never Press Pause, episode 15. We got our special guest in the studio. We got Mark, the Sully. Guys, don't forget you can hit us up at neverpresspause@yahoo.com. That's our email. With any questions, comments, or concerns, follow us on Twitter at neverpresspause. Join our fan page on Facebook. Always hit us up on our website, neverpresspause.com. Our blog is now up and running on our Facebook, and I cannot say enough. Once again, G-Baby doing a great job on the blog, getting stuff up there, things that we think the fans may want to see that they just don't even have to go look for it now. It's up that interests us. It may interest you. It probably will. We got that up and running. You got trailers, everything else. Great job with the webpage. But thanks to Hembry Studios, thanks to all you guys, Dwayne. Thanks for all your help when we're in studio helping us out. So couldn't do it without you guys. All right. Back at it. Let's get into some new releases. G-Baby, what do you got for us this week?
All right, let me get I'm opening PowerPoint instead for some reason. But this week, it kind of slow this week. I don't know if that's like Super Bowl induced, but really there were only two movies coming out on DVD that I was thought would be worth mentioning. Never Let Me Go with Carey Mulligan and Keira Knightley. It's very, very well reviewed. And then there's a documentary called The Tillman Story, which was about Pat Tillman, who, if you don't know, he played for the Arizona Cardinals. After 9/11, he quit professional football to go join the Army, and he was killed over there. And basically, the Army tried to cover up what happened. So this is a documentary about his mom trying to discover what really happened to him. So that looked interesting.
It's no Brian song.
No. Two movies coming out in the theater. The Roommate with what's her face, Jeter's girlfriend, Minka Kelly, and Leighton Meester from Gossip Girl. Looks kind of like a single white female kind of thing. Roommates get together, weird stuff starts happening. One of them's probably evil. One of them ends up killing the other one, I'm betting, at the end. And then Sanctum, which they've been billing it as James Cameron produced it, and it's using the Avatar 3D cameras. James Cameron was one of 9 producers.
I was going to say, he just kind of threw his name.
Yeah, and basically they use the Avatar cameras, but that was the only.
Well, since that's his baby, though, so he can throw
he's
his
the
name
producer.
on it, I
So
guess.
they're kind of misleading you on there. Basically, it's a group of people go spelunking, look what it looks like, going down into caves.
Get lost for about 48 hours?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's probably the only true events part of it. Is
That's-
that people go spelunking,
Yeah,
and the
that's
rest
what
of it's probably made up.
That's
And
what I'm
then,
guessing. And how do you come back from Avatar so fast with a movie like that? So that's, like you said, they are kind of misleading you. So not very happy about that, but, what can you do?
And then as far as games go, there was really only one this week that was kind of worth mentioning, and it was Mr. Bean's Wacky World for the Wii.
Why do I not have this already? Comes out today, right? It came out, yesterday.
It came out yesterday.
Whew. I'm on my way to Best Buy after this.
So now next week, there's all kinds of stuff coming out.
Bring it on, son.
On DVD. We'll kind of get the crappy ones out of the way. I had to put this one just because I didn't know Hilary Duff had made a new movie, but it's called Beauty and the Briefcase. Don't know anything else about it. The remake of I Spit on Your Grave comes out next week. And then we get into some movies that were popular or I think maybe pretty good. It's kind of a funny story. The one with Zach Galifianakis and Emma Roberts where he's in the insane asylum or whatever. Wasn't a lot of buzz about it, but I heard it was pretty decent.
Well, underground comedy?
Yeah, and then Life as We Know It, the one with Josh Duhamel and Katherine Heigl where they're taking care of babies and the one baby poops in his hat, and it's funny.
Honey, you got poo on your face.
Yeah, and then Middlemen, which was a movie I saw previews for it, but I never heard a lot about it. It's got Luke Wilson, and it's basically about the guys who put porn on the internet.
Awesome.
And it got really good reviews.
Documentary style?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. I know they put it out right at the it was out during the summer, and then they put it out again in theaters right around Golden Globe, Oscar time, and now it's coming out on DVD. My Soul to Take, which was a Wes Craven 3D horror movie.
Matt said that sucked. He said that was absolutely horrible.
Shout out to Matt.
You Again, the one with had Betty White and Jamie Lee Curtis and Kristen Bell. Not really sure what it was about, but I know they made big mention of the fact Betty White was in it. And then Paranormal Activity 2 comes out next week.
You saw that in the theater or no?
No, I did not see it.
Okay.
I would like to see it though. It looked. I liked the first one. And then as far as what's coming out in theaters next week, Justin Bieber, Never Say Never. So,
I'm there.
You know what? Next weekend is Valentine's Day weekend.
I'm taking
you find your special lady and you go, I got a surprise for you. You put the blindfold on her, you take her in. You say, sweetheart, well, I'm going to pull the blindfold off and your mind's going to be blown. There's Justin Bieber 3D.
3D?
It's in 3D.
Yeah.
What is not in 3D?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure this will be in 3D at some point. But that's coming out. Just to go with it, the new Adam Sandler movie that looks
with
zero,
the kids.
Yeah, it looks zero funny. Well, it's got Jennifer Aniston in it, so I automatically think it's zero funny because she's in it. I'm just not a big fan of hers, but I mean, I'm sure it'll make $100 million because all of his movies does. Romeo and Juliet, the cartoon. Elton John did the music and stuff for it. The Eagle, I haven't seen anything about it except for the last few days. Channing Tatum.
I really want to see this.
Looks pretty. Yeah, looks pretty decent. And
nice action movie coming out.
And then coming out in a limited release before it goes kind of wide. I think they're doing this to kind of get some buzz about it. Is Cedar Rapids, which looks hilarious. If you haven't seen the previews for it yet, it's got Ed Helms and some other guys. It's basically like The Hangover, except they're going to Cedar Rapids, and it's like these people on a business trip and kind of all the crazy.
Is this the one about where they're accountants or something? It's
Yeah.
like a meeting?
Yeah.
Because nothing screams comedy like that.
Well, I mean,
but, no, all right. So,
and then as far as games coming out next week, Mario Sports Mix for the Wii. So you can play basketball and everything with Mario. I had these games when I was in college. I remember we played these all the time, and they're putting out a new version for the PS3 and 360 and PC, but you don't know jack. If you've never played those games, I love those games. They're like pop culture trivia with like a smart ass kind of attitude.
So we're gonna get this to play?
Yeah, and I will destroy all of them.
That's a promise. It's not.
Then Portal 2 is coming out on PC. So Steam, they put out about a game every other year. This is going to be their game for this year.
Sounds good. And also, we were just talking about it a little bit earlier, though. Dead Space 2 is coming out soon. When's that? At the end of this month?
Dead Space 2 just came out last week.
Dead Space 2 is already out. I don't know why I just said that. I saw it at Best Buy. I don't even know why I just said that. Definitely want to get that. And your game that you were wanting to get? Bulletstorm, and that comes out?
February 22nd.
February 22nd. So that is the month. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. All right. So, secret time. Here it is. I know I've kept you in the dark. I wouldn't let you look at my computer screen. Checking it out on IGN today, and what pops up but my little Lego character, and they are coming out with a new game in May. Can you guess what it is?
No.
Legos of the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yes. They're actually going to do all 4 movies, with the new one being released. That's going to release with the movie. So they're going to do it with that movie, and all 4 movies will be in the game. So got to watch the little opening, where Jack Sparrow's coming in on the boat and it sinks. Of course, they do its own, Tall Tales does its own little twist on that. Got to watch that opening scene today. Of course, I'm giggling because they don't talk, but it's so funny. I don't know how they do it, but cracking me up.
There's something about those Lego games that they're able to capture what the movie is, but they also put their own little sense of humor on it.
Yeah, how do you make Lego characters that don't talk funny? And they do. They manage to pull it off every time.
Did you just say giggling and Legos in the same sentence?
I
think that's kind of illegal.
He doesn't know, does he? No. He has no idea. Lego games are my thing. That's probably my favorite.
I like them too, but Lego Batman is awesome.
A quick shout out to Bailey. We've lost him on Skype, but he's, I think, okay. He may be taking care of the baby anyways. Dragon Age 2 demo is dropping February 23rd. We'll get into that later on. But I know you guys have played Dragon Age. You guys are pretty excited. So, we got the second one coming out. At least the demo's dropping February 23rd.
I know one thing, too, EA is doing that if you have Dead Space 2, you can get, special armor with Dragon Age 2. And EA is really good at doing that. If you have this game, you can get something in this game, and supposedly the armor is supposed to be really good.
So fair enough. There you go for Dragon Age 2. I never got to play Dragon Age 1, but I think I'll be okay with that. All right, well, that's it for new releases. Let's go ahead and jump into a little UFC/Super Bowl action that's getting ready to happen this weekend. Mark, let's go ahead and give me a lineup of UFC. Give me some good fights that are getting ready to come up that we will be watching together this Saturday.
UFC 126 Saturday. It's probably the best card the UFC has put on, and I'd say probably 6 or 7 months.
Yeah,
honestly, it's going to be a stacked lineup. Just about every single fight, even the undercard, is going to be good. They're showing 3 fights for free, kind of, sort of. One's on Facebook, streaming on Facebook. That's Kid Yamamoto versus Demaryius Johnson. And if nobody's ever seen the Kid Yamamoto guy, it's his first fight for the UFC at the bantamweight division. They just combined with WEC, and that guy is a spark plug, to say the least. He's all over the ring and constantly throwing punches. Another interesting fight is Donald Cerrone and Paul Kelly. The Cowboy, Donald Cerrone, he's usually a big trash talker. But he's kind of kept his mouth shut for this fight against Paul Kelly. I think that'll be an even matchup. And then your big card, the pay-per-view, there's all those fights are going to be great. Miguel Torres is going to be on it. See, he's a bantamweight, they little guys. And then John Jones and Ryan Bader, a battle of undefeateds. I say John Jones has one blemish on his record, but it was a fluke DQ. And it's about time the UFC threw some talent at John Jones, I think, to get him to fight somebody with a little bit of hype around him.
Yeah, and Bader has looked good pretty much in the last 2 or 3 fights. He's looked dominant. So this is, to me, this has the potential to be fight of the night.
I think so. I agree with you there, Jeremy. I think that the key of that, though, John Jones has a 10-inch reach advantage. That's a big thing. Ryan Bader, big right hand, world-class wrestling. So we'll see if he can take John Jones down and kind of grind out a decision there. But if he doesn't take him down, I think he'll get knocked out in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Every time we talk about when we sit there pre-fights and stuff, and Mark is one of the reasons I watch UFC the way I do now, and Jeremy another reason, and my brother, of course, Matt. You guys talk about it nonstop, and you guys were like, "Oh, let's get these, pay-per-views here and there," and I'm like, "Okay." And then all of a sudden, before I know it, 2 years ago, I'm watching UFC every weekend with you guys, or every pay-per-view we've gotten for the last 2 years, and I mean, I absolutely love it. So, when these guys talk about the UFC, they definitely know what they're talking about, especially when it comes to the fighters, and I always try to go for the different guy that they're going for just to make it a little interesting at the house. But, yeah, you guys definitely know your stuff when it comes to UFC, so I am looking forward to this weekend. I mean, UFC Saturday night, Super Bowl Sunday. I mean, can you get any better of a weekend, really?
No.
I do.
No.
Call of Duty,
Black Ops, Double
XP weekend to kick it off. Are you kidding me? My mind is going to blow. I'm done. I'm out of here now. Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. So, with that being said, The first time we ever sat down to podcast was right before the Colts were getting ready to take on
the New Orleans Saints.
Saints in the Super Bowl.
A year ago this week.
So that started us off sitting around. Of course, we've talked about it a million times. Bailey's Ottoman. And we talked about Super Bowl ads and Tim Tebow and everything else. Yeah. But in keeping a tradition, let's go ahead and go through with our picks. Super Bowl predictions. Who do you got?
I believe I have to go with my better halves pick, Amy. Shout out to Amy, the love of my life.
Nice.
She's a Green Bay Packer fan, and if I go against them, I believe I will.
She'll disown you?
Yeah, I will be disowned. Not only do I have to go with her, I really do think the Packers are going to win. They're on a tear, man. They're running through everybody. They're doing it on the road. I don't see a stopping it. Aaron Rodgers is the man. He has the highest passer rating in the playoffs of any quarterback ever at 113. So I don't think that'll stop.
Yeah, and that was even with him playing like crap last week.
Yep.
Or 2 weeks ago now.
So, G-Baby, who do you got? What do we got on the Super Bowl?
You know, I'm not going to be surprised if the Steelers win. I mean, the Steelers are stout. They're good. I think before we were streaming, you know, I was talking every year it seems like there's a team that gets hot in the playoffs and they just seem to find a way to win. And to me, that's been the Packers. They keep finding ways to win. Like when they played the Bears, you know, the offense wasn't clicking, but that defense is legit. I mean, there's a lot of people that kind of make it like Aaron Rodgers is it. Aaron Rodgers will win the game. I think Green Bay's defense is going to step up and say, you know, everybody talks about how good Pittsburgh's defense is. You know, I think they're going to have a really solid game, and I think it's going to be one of those that's back and forth. But I think the Packers will pull it out.
I would love to go with you guys on this one, and I would love to see the Packers win the Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong. Aaron Rodgers, you know, up-and-coming quarterback for the league, doing really well, stepping into, you know, it's been 2 years. I understand that, but they still talk. You know, he's still in the shadow of Brett Favre, yada, yada, yada. I would love to see him get a ring on his finger, especially this early, and almost to rub it in Brett Favre's face. You know, John Madden, if you're out there listening right now, that's what I think about Brett Favre, okay? I want Rodgers to walk up to Brett Favre and just show him his ring and say, look what I did in so much less time. But I just don't know that we can count the Steelers out. Like you said, it is going to be a good game. I really fear the Steelers defense is going to go on a tear. I think it's not going to be a game of a lot of big plays either, but I think defense will hold, and Ben Roethlisberger's – I think he's going to do some work. But it should be interesting, to say the least. Fans out there watching, if you want to shout out on Ustream, or hit us up on our Facebooks, let us know who you think is going to win. We'll give you a shout out right here.
JB says the Pack by 4.
JB going back by 4.
Josh says Green Bay because Roethlisberger sucks. And then Matt says, hide your kids, hide your wife. Roethlisberger's coming to town. Which I did. I had a friend on Facebook 2 weeks ago when the Steelers played the Jets. He said, I'm just rooting for the Steelers because I want the college girls to be safe for 2 more weeks. You know, talking about Matt says he will rape you on here. So
Matt, knock it off. You just got back from Louisville, for goodness sakes.
He's probably already been drinking.
Well, in keeping with tradition, one more thing. Super Bowl commercials. Favorites, picks, anything good you want to see?
Budweiser usually does a good job. I think they pay a lot of money every year to get half of the commercials.
Yeah, I was going to say, I heard Eminem is doing one for like Lipton iced tea or something.
Wow. That should be exciting.
I'll be
against his
character.
Should be exciting to say the least, right? I always go with the Budweiser commercials. I love the Budweiser commercials, especially. You remember when they used to have the Bud Bowl? Mm-hmm. I used to love the Bud Bowl. Do they even still do the Bud Bowl? Gosh, I wish they still did the Bud Bowl.
I don't think they do anymore.
It would be so much more exciting.
Although I did hear that Justin Bieber and Ozzy Osbourne filmed a commercial for something. I don't know what it's for, but that will be interesting to say the least. It's for Best Buy. That's how I saw online. So they did a Justin Bieber and Ozzy Osbourne for Best Buy. I'm there.
He bites Justin's head off on stage.
You know,
that would be
Coke
insane.
always. You know, Coke always has a lot of ads. Pepsi always has a lot of ads. You know, and that's the thing. Watching the ads is, for a lot of people, it's one of the main reasons they watch the game.
Yeah.
And I'll just say here as we're going into the break, I've not done a good job of like advertising it, but we've been trying to run the Twitter through like big events, like we did the Golden Globe Awards and some stuff like that. So I'm sure we'll be tweeting during the Super Bowl, or at least one of us will be kind of tweeting what we're thinking as we're watching it and stuff. So follow us at Never Press Pause on Twitter, and see what we're thinking about as we're watching the game.
You don't forget the GoDaddy commercials are, of course, going to be back, and they've always got Danica Patrick on there. Real quick, Bailey's hit me back up on Facebook. I guess he's gotten everything taken care of. Of course, Matt, we said JB, Green Bay. But old Lyle Bailey here, he said Steelers suck and I hope they lose. So I guess he's a Green Bay fan for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So with that being said, that should just wrap up section 2 of episode 15. We're going into a break. Never press pause. We'll be right back. Guys, we are back with Never Press Pause, episode 15. For those of you watching, we just got done talking about the Super Bowl. For those of you at home, we are getting ready to go. That doesn't even make sense. Why did I even say that? We are getting ready to go into Map Pack First Strike for Call of Duty Black Ops. We're going to give you our opinions and thoughts on the map. Before we get started on that, I've got some statistics I would like to throw out and talk about real quick that I found on IGN today. And these numbers are absolutely staggering. Since being released in November, Black Ops players have killed 9 times the world population and fired more than 1 trillion shots. 1 trillion. I don't even know if I could write that number down with zeros, that many zeros. 147 billion COD points have been earned and more than 43 million user-generated videos have been uploaded using the feature that debuted in Black Ops. So we got videos out there. I love the little stats that roll across the screen at all times. And we've got, what else do we have? We've got shots fired. I mean, it's unbelievable. This game literally is taking over everything. So, real quick, some more stats. And I found this neat. They had a little picture on IGN. Really cool pic. Most popular gun. Top 3 guns. FAMAS, AK-74U, and the Galil.
I'm starting to think the FAMAS is junk.
I hate it. I stopped using it after my first
if you're using it in regular, it's junk.
Yeah, and that's I think why I got rid of it.
But the other 2 guns I will agree with. AK-74U and the Galil. I love the Galil. That's my go-to.
The Galil
gun.
with a suppressor is...
Oh, I use suppressor on everything. That's my moneymaker. Let's talk about the AK-74U. Submachine gun. Sped, get over to his house to play the other night in Louisville before I have to go to my volleyball tournament Sunday morning. He has got a reticle sight on top of a submachine gun. The hardest thing I've ever done is
an ACOG?
Like the little dot, but the big one that you can change the color to and everything else, the lens color and all that.
Oh, the red dot? Reflex sight?
Reflex sight. He's got that on an AK-74U.
I've got a reflex sight on my AK-74U.
That's weird. I think that's just so weird. I don't know. It just took forever to pull up. All right, top 3 perks. They're not even close to mine. Marathon, sleight of hand, and lightweight.
2 of the 3 I like. I like marathon and sleight of hand.
I like lightweight and marathon when I start off to run capture flags, but that's about it.
I use hardline, sleight of hand, and Ninja Pro.
We're all about Ghost. I'm all about staying as invisible as possible.
Ghost, Warlord.
I'm all about Hacker now. Hacker's my thing.
Ghost, Warlord, and Hacker is a go-to perk for me now, especially on hardcore.
I think that's the cool thing about this game is everybody uses different setups and plays it different ways.
Well, and we've talked about it on here before. One of the things that's so great about it is if I want to unlock something, I just got to spend the money. I don't have to get to level 47 before I can get Warlord. I can that's what I do as soon as I get $2,000. I go buy Marathon, and then the next 2,000 I go buy Ghost.
Yeah.
And then I just work those 2 perks up.
I work those 2 perks, and once I've got those, that's when I start on my Hardened, my marathon, or my hacker, the sleight of hand, all that other good stuff. Ben Hall writes in, FAMAS is obviously the best assault. No recoil, fast fire rate, and unbelievable damage. Scavenger Pro is also great for refilling your stun grenades. No, you're perfect, Ben. This is what we want. That we want to interact with the audience, so you're doing perfect, Ben.
Yeah, Scavenger, I like Scavenger. It's just so hard to get the challenges.
Scavenger, the hardest challenge was the throwback grenade.
Yeah,
that was a hard kill. But then, of course, we played on Nuketown, and I forgot I had Warlord on. It was my second perk, so I was throwing a grenade, thinking I was going to Scavenger pick up. No, it was my second grenade because I had Warlord Pro at that point, and I was like, oh no. So I haven't even tried it again. One I've gone away from, and you were talking about, is what's the one where you get the kill streaks earlier? Hardline Pro. I've gone away from that completely. I haven't done that in the last 5 prestiges. So, but no, Ben, like I said, thank you very much. Keep it up. Let's go back to this real quick. Let's finish up with this little stat sheet. I've got a little cheat sheet. Like I said, since game launch, 161 second world wars were fought every day with over 1.1 trillion shots fired. The total count to date is equal to the population of the world 9 times over. All right, so we got that. Crossbow bolts fired. Now, I've started using this as fun and hardcore just to mess around with. 3.4 million crossbow bolts have been fired. We have run around the Earth as a group 129,069 times. And this number is staggering, and it drives me nuts. Tomahawk bank shots. 28,494,020. That OP, overpowered, completely useless, dumb. I hate it. Keep it in that stupid guns, sticks and stones game. There's no reason a tomahawk should be able to throw it across the map, bounce up, kill you. I hate it. I hate it. By the way, I hate it. Yeah. All right, here we go. Deadliest kill streaks. We have the RCXD, the little remote control card that is at the top. I can't stand the RCXD. I've gone away. I've used over 2,000 spy planes. So I was like, I'm done.
At like 4,000 spy planes.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done. I started using the RC car lately, and I sing songs to you guys while I'm driving it. I have a blast. Looks like the attack chopper that's a kill streak 7. So of course that's the next one up the list. Napalm strike right up there with that, followed by chopper gunner. Of course you got your sentry gun, rolling thunder, and Valkyries down there. Mortars and gunship, and attack dogs are about in the middle. So those are your kill streaks, and got a couple more down here. 1 billion, over 1 billion aircraft down. Everybody going for that Ghost Pro. 994 million cars destroyed. 5 billion headshots. 242 people skewered. 591 million executions. Wow. 10. Is that billion?
No, it's trillion.
10 trillion paybacks. 10 trillion paybacks. And 7 trillion contract COD points paid off. So it's insane numbers, guys. I mean, those numbers alone should show you how freaking crazy this is.
It's kind of like the McDonald's numbers served. I think this game's taking over the world, kind of like the McDonald's chain.
Oh, and I know people who I'm going to buy an Xbox so I can play Black Ops. Like,
that's
I know
kind of what I did, honestly.
That's the only reason they bought an Xbox. Don't want to play another game. Just want to play Black Ops.
Well, we've got Ben here talking about the perks again. Remember how many people the Turtle Beaches nowadays? You're absolutely right. Turtle Beaches are a must playing Call of Duty now. I mean, they're absolutely amazing. Ninja is a must on Search and Destroy, and when you spin, you're planting and defusing the bomb. The enemy team can't hear you. Oh, and he loves the Blackbird. The Blackbird is so... I hate it. I hate it, but I love it. Like, if I'm using it,
have one, it's awesome.
There's no reason not to love it. But when it's against you, I curl up into a corner, set a claymore, and hide until...
I sing the song every time I hear it goes up. I just start singing Blackbird in the dead of the night.
That's like my favorite Beatles song ever.
Yep.
That's so special. You're so special. All right. Now, with that being said, now that we've just built up Black Ops even more, like that probably helped our sales go through the roof.
Yeah.
Those 5 million the first week alone, or first day alone, probably wasn't enough. Right there was something special. Let's talk about Map Pack. First strike. Let's start off Stadium. Thoughts, comments, concerns.
I like it. It's a run and gun map. I didn't think. Well, we got to the point on Black Ops where everybody knew firing range and Nuketown. Nuketown's just a mess. I mean, that's just spawn kill and just hope you do well.
Chuck grenade here, run. Chuck grenade here, run.
Stadium, I like it. It's run and gun. Not a lot of spots to camp. Just constant action.
I'm not big on the map pack. I like Discovery, which I know, Jeremy, you said you didn't like. I think Discovery kind of reminds me of a larger scaled firing range that has the two...
Stadium.
No,
Discovery.
It has snow map?
Yeah, it has the two pass on the outside
Yeah, I
and
get
everything else is in the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can go. That's all I've been doing is going around the outsides and trying to get kills through there.
But that's really the only map that I like. Stadium's okay, but I don't like the rooftop, and I don't like Berlin too much. I think they're more put in for snipers. I think they got a lot of complaints on a lot of places to snipe people, and they kind of put these maps around that to satisfy the people that like to use sniper rifles.
We got Ben writing in saying Stadium should be renamed to Campground, which is actually kind of funny because right now, I mean, especially in hardcore, that's all it is campers set up in every little nook and cranny they can find.
I also think that's the thing when you have these new maps, people, they find a spot and they're like, okay, I'm going to stay here. People are afraid to go out and explore and see what's going on, which that's all I do. Like I told you the other night, or last night when we were playing hardcore, I was like, I'm going to go play regular because you can see the kill cams and you get to see what other people are thinking as well as your own running. So, I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, he's right. I mean, a lot of these maps are campgrounds.
Oh yeah, Kowloon is probably going to be one of the worst right now. Stadium, it's all right. It reminds me of a couple of the old maps from the old Call of Duties. On the downloadable content, I found that I can get up high. I can do all right on it. But team deathmatch. I just don't like playing regular team deathmatch. I hate wasting a clip into one guy. Capture the flag still hardcore for me is where it's at. But stadium, you get up there on the stadium and you got guys shooting from both directions, and it's game over half the time. So getting them off there, I like to throw my crossbow out now and shoot up there and try to get a kill. So, all right, with stadium being talked about, let's talk about Discovery. You love it.
Yep.
Reminds you of a little bit more of firing range, but. You know what? The first time I played it, I hated it, and then I started kind of discovering it, I guess I should say. Me and Sped today were playing and running around that backside, through the ice cave, and then running all the way around the backside on Capture the Flag, having a blast. And I didn't know how much more fun it would be, but when we're working together as a team, and it's the two of us, or any of us, but the two of us stuck together today, and we just started just dropping guys and covering each other's backs. And I'm telling you, it's another world to play like with a buddy or so. Because if you work as a team, there's not a lot that's going to stop you except for some random grenades every now and again, or a lucky shot.
I feel like on this map pack, they tried to do too much. They kind of stuck a lot of stuff in all these maps and just kind of, I don't know, threw a bunch of random, buildings, and there's nothing's very.
So you're thinking like more finer, detailed stuff, like that, like box here and a random parked car here is a little too much as compared to like say the buildings and like in and outs and stuff like that.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very open. It feels cluttered.
It does feel cluttered.
All these maps.
Except for Stadium. Stadium feels open to me for some reason. And Berlin's not as bad, but you're right. It feels like you're almost compressed into it. And maybe that's us not knowing, where we're going yet. And that may have a little something to do with it now that I'm thinking about it. But you're right. It does seem a little bit compressed into everything. And so, they were trying to go with what the people would want, but,
Well, when you saw all the videos, the Treyarch guys were, we listened to what the fans said they wanted, and we listened to what they didn't like about maps, and it's like Mark was saying, it's some of the maps. It seems like they tried to, okay, you want this, well, we're going to give you this, and we're going to give you that too, and it's just too much in some of the maps, like that Kowloon or whatever. That map is crazy. Because there's spots you go around a corner and you're looking, and can I go around this corner? Can I not? Sometimes you just randomly fall in weird places.
I feel that like with Discovery too. There's just like all of a sudden you're falling down ice, and I'm like, where did this even...
it's like they were trying. They really tried to be tricky with how the maps were set up. Which I like, and I'm sure the more we play it, you'll kind of figure out where the middle ground is. But just right now, like I said, emailing you this morning, that when you spawn in Discovery, it's like I'm lost. Like it takes me a second to figure out where I'm at, where I need to go.
I did that today in Kowloon. I spawned, and everything looked the same in all 4 directions. I was like, where am I? Where am I headed? What do I need to do? Especially if somebody has your map or your flag, you're just like, oh my goodness, where am I going now? So I see what you're saying. That's Discovery. We talk about Kowloon real quick. The levels on there's 3 to 4 different levels, I would almost say, you have on this. I've never seen a map like this. We've never played a map with this many levels to go down to a basement almost, which is it's on top of buildings, but bottom level all the way up to the top of that billboard sign almost that I'd gotten under the other day, where people love to snipe right next to that zip line. And the zip lines, man, those are fun. Going down, I'm getting a kill coming off of it. I got a kill coming down today, got put in last stand and got game-winning kill from that. But I got 4 or 5 kills of just dudes trying to just zip line. So I think that'll wear off as the time goes on. And I think really it was just one of those things that like, hey, we can put this in here. Let's put it in here. It doesn't serve
any purpose at all.
It doesn't serve a practical purpose. Especially the little zip line on the back of the map.
Yeah.
Towards the flag. There's no point to that zip line.
Yeah, and it's like the ice bridge that you can blow up. I think I've gone over it once, and I've probably played that map.
See, now there are 2 different ice bridges that can be blown up, and the section that blows up literally can be jumped across. The span can be jumped across. It's not even like...
I saw that happen, and so the guy, he's running, he sees the C4, and he just backs up, waits for it to blow up, and then he jumps the gap.
Yeah, so... Really, I mean, like, they build it up to be some big thing, but it really isn't. You can jump right over it. But like I said, it's so many levels. I think it's great. It's neat, but it's tough to get used to. And real quick, Berlin, you got the auto turrets. I watched a dude run across that on Justin TV the other day through smoke and finally made it through. I think he just did it just to see if he could. You can drive your remote control cars through it. I've done that a million times. But Camp Paradise, up top in buildings,
Definitely.
You're just camping. You're looking for people down in the streets. And like they said when they talk about it, you can really use No Man's Land to your advantage for sure. I like the aspect, and like I said, and like you guys have said, I think the more we play, the better we'll be. But who knows?
Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about.
All right,
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Your non-ability to multitask
Gosh,
just derailed me.
It's so bad. So Berlin, I do enjoy. I enjoy the map pack. I'm not gonna lie. I really do enjoy the map pack. I'm having a lot of fun playing with it. I know you guys have not tried the new zombie map, Ascension. From the reviews I've been reading, everybody said the zombie pack's the best. I had a lot of fun playing it. A lot of different stuff you can do. You start out in black and white until you turn on the power. Mm-hmm. So you're literally playing in black and white. The first room you're in has one of those spinny things for like the no gravity, and you can actually use that to kill zombies. Me and Sped did that today.
A centrifuge?
Is that what that's called?
A centrifuge.
So,
I think so.
But really neat. You got to go up 3 levels to get it, and they're using launch, and it's really cool when you use the little pads that take you back across the map to the beginning where you start, because you actually get to see the whole launch, and you do launch that missile off yourself in this one, and just to get to the pack-a-punch, not to try to ruin it for anybody, but I had a lot of fun. We didn't see the monkeys. Some cool new guns, and a new grenade that I forgot to throw when we really needed to do it. And Jonesy actually got to play with us a little bit today. And we had a lot of fun playing that new map pack. So get a chance, play that map pack. Get your buddies out there. We held it down with 2 to get to level 9. With 3, we got to level 10. With 4, you could do a lot of good work on that map. I think you could probably easily get up to 15 first or second run on it without a doubt. The box was not very kind to us today. The mystery box was not being very nice, and I did not like that. I'm talking like double shotguns, stuff like that. So not making me happy. But, you know, we got through it.
So, yeah, he can't multitask.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Monkeys, huh?
Yeah, monkeys, we never got to those, so I don't know. No clue what's going on with that.
Yeah, so while he's typing, we're going to be back in a couple of weeks, right before the Oscars.
Actually, yes. Me and G-Baby are going to do an Oscar special. We're going to run down some of our favorite list categories and talk about the movies. I'm still mad. We'll talk about this too, but we'll talk about the 10 movies now up for Best Picture instead of 5, yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. But, you know, we're going to do our Oscar picks for you guys at home and, you know, hop on there with us and give us your ideas and thoughts when we do that. And that will be coming up in the recent weeks. And we'll also be back in studio hopefully in about 2 weeks as well, getting ready to go.
Yeah. Jay just gave you a shout out here. He tells you to use a double shotgun on yourself. Classic JB there.
Classic JB telling me to use a double shotgun. Thank you, JB, and I will definitely try that. Why don't you try playing Call of Duty Black Ops, son? See if I don't own you in that, noob. Hey, he's probably going to be like, I'm going to fight you.
It's a great insult.
Yes, very, very great.
It's really going to hurt his feelings.
Well, Mark, from all of us at Never Press Pause, thanks for coming in, helping out. Bailey, hopefully we'll get you back. No offense, Mark, but
I appreciate it.
You know, with that whole baby thing Bailey's got going on.
Gosh almighty. I mean, guys, like always, if you ever have any questions, comments, concern, hit us up at neverpresspause@yahoo.com. Follow us on our Twitter at neverpresspause. Join our fan page on Facebook. Don't forget our website, neverpresspause.com or bereaonline.com. Thanks to Tech Talk for having us in studio. And, of course, you're blogging on our website now, so check that out. Leave comments, questions, concerns, please. We're always looking for questions to answer on air. Yeah. Love having them, so if you guys get on there, hit us up. And, guys, thank you very much. Have a good night. This was episode 15 of Never Press Pause.